Ah, Jesus, lights, please, no. Oh, hi, teacher. I was not expecting you for some reason, despite, we're at school. Hey there, guys, my name's Nix, and welcome back to Higurashi, Chapter 2. When we last left off, Mion or Shion? Is she real? Clickbait here, please, someone. Oh, God, yeah. Is Shion real, or am I going mad? The answer is yes, but it's all by the by. Anyway, speaking of is Shion real, I believe I have some tips to read about that. So back to me like 15 minutes ago. Jesus Christ, I've been recording for 15 minutes. I've never really realized how sinister this music actually sounds. And then I've come here and it still sounds bad, don't it? Anyway, who or what the hell is a Shion?
Huh? Mion-san's family?
Yeah,
more broadly, I was just wondering if she had any brothers or anything. I was actually wondering whether her young twin sister named Shion really existed. And my curiosity got the better of me, so I quietly asked Satoko about it.
I wonder. She might not.
She wasn't being very clear about it. Had Satoko never gone over to Mion's house to play? From your reaction, I guess you've never met any.
Yes, I've never seen any of her relatives except for her grandmother.
As far as I could tell, there were already dark clouds over the Shion is real theory.
Rika would know more than I. She would do well to ask her.
What century are you from? Who says you would do well to ask her? As she, like, wave dashed in and then wave dashed out again. Okay, cool. Hi, Rika. Satoko waved to Rika-chan, who was basking in the sunlight. Like a lizard.
Rika! Do you know anything about Mion-san's family?
Rika was surprised at the sudden question.
Mia's a big family, so I don't really know everything about them.
That many, huh? For example... Is there someone named Shion Sonozaki? Well, I might have heard wrong, so she might not actually exist, but...
Shion exists.
Huh? That was unexpected. So she was real.
Their names are quite similar, you know. I could get tongue-tied trying to tell the difference. I've heard she's Mi's younger twin sister, but I haven't met her too many times.
But you have met her. It's a start. Rika-chan knew a bit about her as well, but hadn't seen her very much.
I think I met her once at a funeral a few years ago.
Never bodes well. Well, to be fair, it's when I see most of my extended family. Yeah, that is a sad statement. Let's just move on. She's not in this class, so maybe she goes to school in Okinomiya.
She may live there too. Mion-san herself lives apart from her family with her grandmother, after all.
Okay, so where do the rest of the family live? Because I thought, like, her dad and the granddad were like the village top brass or something. I don't know. Feel free to yell at me in the comments if I'm wrong about anything. She didn't live with her parents? That was a bit odd. Was there something between them?
It's a very complicated family. She seems to have many relatives, with doubtless many different circumstances.
For now, I learned that she had a younger twin sister named Shion, but her family structure, including her own position, still seems very mysterious.
Oh, what are you three talking about? Let us all man in on it. Oh, Mion-san. You've come at a good time. Would it be true that you have a younger twin sister?
Mion. Crap.
A younger sister? Well, yeah, I do.
Mion grew uncharacteristically red in the face at a loss. I think she's looking at me.
Oh my! I had no idea! What kind of person might she be? I would very much like to meet her sometime. You shouldn't bother. She's not cute at all. She's really conceited.
That did not sound like the girl that we met.
Besides, other than talking to her on the phone once in a while, I haven't seen her for a long time either.
Why did it look like she was in such a panic? It's like she was declaring that the Shion from yesterday was actually a fake. Anyway, this was pretty funny, so I decided to let it go on for a little while longer. Another Mion, under the name of Shion. Will I be able to see her if I go to that restaurant again? I had a mysterious feeling, as if I'd made a new friend, despite knowing that she and Mion were the same person. Look, until I see them both in the same room, or not so, you know. She may be real, she may not. I'm willing to bet she is, though. Considering, you know, Rika actually said she'd seen her once or twice. Anyway. I mean, I probably should know a little more about this restaurant, even if it is just like a place for the pervs to hang out. I really want to know what this headline says in the background, because, that's just the way it is. Reprinted from the Victorious War Photographer's Guide, April issue. Complete Conquest Analysis, Family Restaurant Chapter. Now at last we come to the blazing hot third day. To Angel Mort, a super famous restaurant and the envy of all the enthusiasts, despite being located in the remote Shishibone city of the prefecture. Why exactly do the most famous stores avoid the centers of human habitation? You know, probably because they can't actually run a business in the town center. It's cheaper to run one on the outskirts, but that's by the by. It can only be because it is a trial given to us by the god of war photography. You know, I preferred my answer, but sure, we'll roll with it. It's famous locally for having the best desserts in town, but that matters not for us. If you want expensive desserts, then you could just go to a place or something. We aim not for sweet treats, but for sweet uniforms. The fragrant aromas of sweat wafts from these obligatory waitress uniforms. I feel slightly disgusted reading that sentence, I'm not gonna lie. That does not sound appealing. But you know what? We'll roll with it. Where was I? Oh yeah. Creating no less than a public torture device. How can their bashful flirtation be on par with all the other restaurants with cute uniforms all across the country? War photography hunter. Exploding. I've partaking in the first part of his name. Oh god, we've got the fucking kick-ass music. You know it means business now. Smoking areas are the real superpositions? Aim for your chance at them with tenacity of an octopus. Are they I don't know. Are they tenacious? Yesterday I failed to get a seating. Today I will aim for the ultimate golden seat. The corner box in the smoking area. Otaku are overwhelming. I'm having a stroke. Please help. Otaku are overwhelmingly non-smokers. So I'll procure a spot in the smoking area and set up camp there. As expected of Ryu, the hunter. He says his victory was decided the moment he chose his seat. In actuality, Ryu used the same tactic during the grand opening of Akihabara's and succeeded in getting the best seats in the house. Back then, he also went early in the afternoon, just after the lunch rush, and not only did he find his target seat empty, he also obtained it with ease. By utilizing tricks such as ordering a little at a time, he effectively increased the number of opportunities for engagement. I don't know why I want to say fragrance. probably what he's also after, I'm not gonna lie. Carefully scoping out his chance for a picture. But, as if cursed by that from the day before, the god of war photography did not smile upon him. After suffering successive, firm defeats until 3 p.m., he finds no chances coming his way. And after 4 p.m., a man began to take his orders. It looks as though he had been seen through. It is the rule of a hunter to withdraw with grace once marked. My aim was perfect, but the fork technique I used at 2:30 seemed to have backfired. Maybe they were wary since I sat in a booth and left my bag on the floor. Perhaps the hidden camera in a bag trick is already old hat. If there were 2-digit EGs involved for sticking here half a day, I'd have a high encounter rate. I am mortified. Even so, he still got a few pieces of gold. That's to be expected from the hunter. He attained this nice angle, despite lamenting his failure. He is an artisan. Most surprising, though, is that this uniform conquest across Japan has yielded not a single arrested person. What an amazing start for the hunter who brags about having been to approximately half of the total prefecture police stations in the country for being a rampant pervert. That thing from the day before. The day before, our hunter took on the Shrine Maiden cuisine in Nagoya. He found Lukako and to his sad realization discovered he was trying to photograph a boy. To which, I'm still into it, but that's by the by. His hunter spirit showed through too zealously, and soon he entered the store. He was seen through, placed in a booth, and waited on by the head priest. Despite waiting half a day, the much anticipated Shrine Maidens appeared only at the time of his first order. A seriously huge blunder for a hunter. Now the crazy music kicks in. Now then, here we have the giveaway of the hunter's original photographs that always receive such high praise. I'll present one passionate reader with three all-you-can-eat low-angle pictures of the Angel Mort uniforms, chosen by the hunter himself. Just go to the fucking restaurant! It's down the street, probably! Such blazing hot pictures, you too become a war photographer today. What the fuck does war photographer mean? Is that just like covering his ass because, it's like pervy? I'm guessing. Also, we don't get to see them? Cool, okay. I'll just sit over here and, back to me in the present. Yeah, don't question me in the past. He's got some weird fucking motives. Anyway.
Listen up, everybody. If you don't take cooking seriously, someone's going to get hurt.
Why are we outdoors cooking, Teach?
This is part of your education as well, so don't fool around and do it seriously.
A lazy yeah wafted through the class in response. Half of the school day today was going to be home economics class. The plan was for everyone to make curry rice and give it to the forest rangers who let this building be rented out as a school. If everybody were making curry in the same pot, it would have been more like a party-like atmosphere, but this was school after all. Excluding the youngest students, each one of us will be making our own curry, with the results being judged.
Alright, everybody. Maybe that nowadays curry is an easy meal anyone can make, but it has its roots in traditional Indian cuisine. Even though we've altered a bit in the Japanese style, it's still instilled with the knowledge and culture of ancient India. Absolutely, do not neglect that fact. I'll have words with anybody who doesn't take this seriously, so be prepared for that.
That seemed like a needlessly passionate sermon on curry. Well, whatever.
It's rumored that Chie-sensei has devoted her life to curry. She'll probably be a pretty strict judge.
As long as you're not failing, your grade in home ec doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter at all.
I wouldn't say that if I were you. The teacher's a tyrant when it comes to curry.
なんだよ。そ
The
のカレー
heck
の
does
鬼
that even mean? A curry tyrant?
初耳だぞ。
Never heard of that before.
普段は温厚ないい先生
You see, our normally mild-mannered teacher,
どういうわけかカレー
for
にだけは
some
うるさいんだ
unfathomable
よ
reason, is a stickler for curry.
そりゃもう熱中
Oh,
的なくらい
passionately so.
うん
Yeah,
秘伝のカレーを
it's
研究
said
す
that
る
every
た
year
め
she goes on a
に
journey to India to
毎年
research
インド
mythical
に旅行に
curry.
行ってるって言ってたもんね
I was not expecting this plot development for the teacher, but sure, we'll roll with it.
風の噂ですと
This is just a
母は
rumor,
3食カ
but
レーライスで
it
たまに
seems that
他
she
の
eats
ものを
curry
食べる
rice
時
3
に
meals a day.
必ずカレー味
And
というこ
occasionally
だわり
has
ぶりらしいですの
something else. It always has to be curry flavored.
それ変質的というより
That's
変
not
態的だぞ
unyielding. That's unnatural.
何か悪い宗
Part
教
of an
に
evil
入ってるん
cult
じゃ
or
ないか
something? Yeah, the Hinamizawan cult. You never heard of it? Oh wait, I don't think you have at this point. Never mind.
だいたいカレーなんてジャンクフードの
Besides,
人じゃない
doesn't
かよ
curry top the list of when it
3
comes
食
to
カレーなん
junk
て
food?
栄養的にも偏
Curry
って
3 times a day is just weird nutritionally speaking, and then the teacher beat me to death. This is where I die, isn't it? Embedded in the table right by my fingertips. A chef's nut. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was far worse than I thought it would be. I thought she smacked me around the head with a book, like she did to me on that one time. A chef's knife, ladle, and spatula hummed gently as they still quivered. The teacher, while still mixing her own pot, was looking this way, smiling.
ケイちゃん
Kei-chan! Shh!
それ以上言ったら
If you say any more, you'll be sleeping with the fishes.
Saying even a little more would make my situation a lot more dire.
へいへい
Yeah, yeah.
しっかり真面目にカレー
Just
を
be
作れ
serious
ば
and
い
make
い
your
わ
curry
けだろ
properly and everything's good, right?
でも今日はそう簡単
I
に
don't
はい
think
か
it's
な
going
い
to
の
be that
です
easy today.
あのねみー
Look,
ちゃんが
Mi-chan is...
It's written all over her face. If the playing field is even and we're being judged, then there's no way this won't turn into a competition.
分かってるねみんな
Looks like we're all on the same page.
料理勝負だ
It's a cooking contest!
I knew it. There's no way Mion would leave such an enticing event alone.
勝敗はどうするでございます
How should we determine the victor?
先生の採点で
How
決
the
めます
teacher
よ
judges it?
As if saying, but wait, there's more. The teacher reappeared with the principal in tow.
今日は営林署の皆さんへの感謝のイベントです
The
から
purpose of today's event is to show
先生だけでなく
appreciation for the people
採
of
点
the
はみんな
forestry
で行いま
service.
すよ
So they'll be judging the results with me.
わしと
Yup,
先生
yup.
と
Your teacher and I, as well as 5 people from the forestry service, will be judging your cooking.
各自検討を
Good
挑む
luck to everyone. Yeah. Even the principal? That guy who I'm pretty sure fucking suplexed me because I petted the bald part of his head? Fuck! Looking around, it seemed like the interests of everyone in the class had been piqued.
そういうわけ
So that's what's happening.
のんびりしたカレーパーティーなん
This
て
isn't going to be just some
終わらせないよ
casual curry cook-off.
レナカレーは得
Rena is
意
good
だ
at
よ
making curry.
今日は負けない
I'm
よ
not going to lose today.
私の学年は班で作ります
My
から
grading
理科と
cooking
一
is
緒なのですわよ
my grading cooking is a group, so I'm together with Rika.
きたね
That's unfair!
リカちゃんは
I'm pretty sure that Rika is good at cooking.
僕のカレーで美味しく
My
って
curry's
体
so
がどう
tasty
にか
it'll
なっ
send
ちゃう
shivers
の
down
で
your
す
spine.
What about Mion? She doesn't seem like she's too good at cooking. Her type has always been bad at this kind of thing. But Mion continued to look unconcerned.
ケイちゃんが今思ってることを当ててあ
I'll
げ
tell you
る
what Kei-chan is thinking right now.
ミオンはきっと料理が下手に
Mion is
違いない
definitely bad at cooking. Am I right?
I don't like the way she said that. Couldn't be. Mion couldn't possibly. At that moment, the teacher's whistle sounded.
では皆さん
Alright, everybody, are you ready?
刃物には十
Be
分
very
に
careful
気を
with
つけ
the
てくだ
knives.
さいねはじめ
start!
The call to arms had sounded. I'm concerned. We had to use an outdoor kit to cook the rice, but it wasn't that difficult for a camping veteran like me. Put the rice into the canister, push your palm to the bottom, and fill with water to just above the wrist.
本当にそんな水加減でいいんですの？
Are you alright with only that much water?
もっと入れないといけないそうですの。
If you don't put in more, it could be bad.
You filthy liar. Putting any more, I'll just be left with some half-cooked porridge.
さとこ、それが罠のつ
Satoko, that's meant to be a trick. It won't work.
俺は慣れてる
I'm used to cooking rice with these utensils.
はじめちょろちょろ中パッパ
First it starts to bubble, then the steam starts to puff.
赤子泣いても蓋取るな
Don't take the lid off, no matter what.
ケイチくんすごいね。
Keiichi-kun, you're amazing!
ちょっと意外。
This is a little unexpected.
サマーキャンプで習った
Did you learn this at summer camp?
親父がデイキャンプが好き
My
だ
dad really likes to go camping, see?
夏場なんかには
Whenever summer comes around, our family goes a lot.
ってことは全員ご飯
So this means everybody's good at cooking the rice.
つまり
In other words, the critical part of this challenge will be the curry.
カレーこそリカの
Curry is
誕生
Rika's
ですよ
specialty.
皆さんなんかこ
We'll cream you all.
理科のってとこが泣け
You
る
lost me at Rika's.
お前も何か
Why don't you help with the cooking too?
ひょっとするとさとこちゃんは何もお手伝い
Maybe
をしないの
Sadako-chan
が
is helping
一番
by
のお手
doing
伝
most.
いなのかもね
Maybe Sadako-chan is helping the most by doing nothing at all.
勝負は
The ends justify the
でご
means.
ざいますわ
I have to win.
That was a pretty malicious comment from Reina. As Sadako took it hook, line, and sinker. Reina could only apologize between fits of laughter while Sadako chased her around.
じゃあ早速
Well now, should we move on to the curry?
ここからが勝負どころだよ
And now the battle truly begins.
After rinsing off the carrots, potatoes, and other standard vegetables, I grasped the knife. Oh, fucking hell, here we go.
今日のカレーはどんな
What
味
will today's curry taste like?
As Reina hummed along, her very well-practiced hands wielded her knife. The rhythmical sounds of the knife hitting the cutting board harkened back to images of days long past. Simply put, it was perfect. It was so calm and practiced. I seriously don't stand a chance. I looked over at Satoko and Rika-chan. Satoko was in charge of washing the vegetables, while Rika-chan was in charge of peeling them. That's what I heard being discussed, but Rika-chan's knife skills are somewhere else as well. She was happily rotating the potato and peeling it quite quickly. On top of that, the peel spanned the entire potato. What was that thing? What was that called again? Katsuramuki? Katsuramuki? Am I pronouncing that right? Probably. I've heard that peeling a vegetable in one loop, around like that, is highly regarded technique. She picked up the peel from the sink and carved a pair of eyes into it with her knife.
ヘビさんなのですよ
It's a snake.
That's not a snake noise, but neither was the noise Rika made, so... Saying that, she placed the longly peeled potato skin on top of the head of a boy from her group. She wasn't even breaking a sweat. When it comes to Rika-chan and cooking, I couldn't even hold a candle to her. But... raw? The snakes make that noise! Alright then, how's Mion doing? She's definitely just fumbling along. There's no way she can peel a potato so effortlessly like that. Absolutely no way.
そんなわけあるか
This can't be!
絶対嘘だ
You've got to be kidding me!
SFX
This is a trick! She's using special effects!
ワイヤーとか使って
Where's the wire? She's definitely using a wire!
うれ
Here, take a look-see.
As if she'd already won, Mion proudly showed me the elongated potato skin.
ケイチは知らないですか
You didn't know, Keiichi?
ミーはおばあちゃんに
He was
お
taught
料
how to
理と
cook
か
by
も
her
教えてもら
grandma.
ってるですよ
This presents a problem.
料理だけじゃないよ。
Not just cooking.
裁縫から
From sewing the flower arranging to plait the koto.
What the hell is the koto?
何でもできるんだから
From
ね。
marksmanship to radio operation. Even helicopter piloting is but one of the myriad things she can do.
The fuck did her grandma do during the war? Strangely enough, the latter items were more realistic. It was the first few items on the list that seemed like it was a lie.
本当はすっごくお料理
She's actually really good at cooking.
面倒くさがって
It's just such a hassle that she never does it though.
Yeah, I can relate to that. Not the being good part, the it being a hassle part. Damn it! I'm also really good at cooking. Especially Chinese food.
ケイチ、お湯を沸かして注
Keiichi,
ぐのは料
doing
理に
something
入
and
りま
pouring
せ
it
んです。
into a bowl doesn't count as cooking.
Shut down before I could even say it.
ざまあない。
Too bad for you!
今日はケイチさんの
Today, Keiichi-san shall be assuredly languishing in defeat all alone.
I think I just smacked her around the head. I grew tired of her shit.
てめえだって料理できない
Tough words for someone who can't even cook by herself. Yeah, you deserve that one. I'm not even gonna lie.
リカ
Rika!
かわいそうかわいそうです。
There, there.
僕がケイチを
I'll
コテン
destroy
パンにしてあげますです。
Ugh. This doesn't look good. Everybody is smirking at me. Don't raise the white flag yet, Keiichi Maibara. Don't throw this match away. Calm down and think. Not about how to peel these potatoes well, but about how to win this challenge.
ここはギャラリーが多い
There's too many people watching.
他の
I'm going to work at
流
another
して仕事するから
sink. Saying only that, I gathered up all the vegetables and I left the spot behind.
ケイチ君大丈夫かな。
Well, Keiichi can be alright.
包丁で指とか
I'm
切れ
worried
な
I
いか
cut
心
himself with the
配。
knife.
さて、
Let's see what Keiichi-san's doing.
見だね。
No matter how hard I try peeling these, if I slip up at this speed, I'll lop my fingers right off. And there's only one thing left to do.
富田君岡村君
Hire out the workforce. Got it. Tomita-kun, Omura-kun.
お君たちは
Oh, you guys been in a group before, huh? It was the two underclassmen that had become my sworn brothers ever since the event at the toy store last Sunday. They've been paired with two girls for their group.
あ、はい。
Yep,
女子二人が料
both
理と
the
か
girls
得
are
意な
pretty
んで
good at cooking.
俺らは遊んでる
So
だけで
both of us
OK
can
で
just
す。
mess around and we'll be okay. Both of them pointing at the girls. They're not as good as Reina, but they were both good enough at handling the knife.
担当直入に言おう
I'll get straight to the point.
このままでは部
At
活
this
に
rate,
負
I'm
ける
gonna lose this contest.
君たちの班が剥いた野菜をくれ
Give me the vegetables your group has peeled already.
前原さん、
My bar-san, that's pretty much
ほとんど
theft.
恐喝です。でも、
But
まあ、
depending on
話
what's
に
in
よ
it
って
for
は
us.
交渉次第なら
In other
OK
words,
ってこ
depending
と
on the
ですよ。
terms of negotiation.
たくましいやつらだな
Quite bold of you guys. Well, that is to be expected.
ではこうしよ
Then let's do this.
う俺が勝てたらさとこリカちゃんグループ
If I win, I let you.
これならどうだ
If I win, I'll let you eat the curry that Satoko and Rika-chan's group make. How about that?
え、
I don't know about
どうしよ
that.
うかな。
Both of them were hesitant after such a weighty proposal. Just one more little push seems to be in order. Very well then, let's make them an offer they can't refuse. I pulled both of them close by the shoulders and made my offer in a hushed tone.
もちろんさとことリカちゃんの食べかけをだ
Of course, that includes the part that Satoko and Rika-chan have already eaten some of.
スプーンもつける
I'll even throw in the spoons. And with that, they killed themselves. Because, yeah, kinda gross, but, you know. A red mist spouted vigorously from the noses of the two underclassmen.
あら、ケイチさんも結構
Keiichi-san is also pretty good at this.
綺麗なじゃがいもです
Those are some very nice potatoes.
Oh, that's a sentence I hear quite often, Satoko. Thank you for saying so. I shouldn't be saying that to the lolly. I'm going to prison, aren't I? Having brilliantly cleared the vegetable peeling challenge, I return to my comrades in triumph.
へえすごいです
Amazing!
ねケイチ君の皮むき
Keiichi-kun's peeling is really good.
違うね
That's not quite right.
ケイちゃんが剥いたのはじゃがいもじゃなく
What Kei-chan in bad isn't a potato, but his fangs.
あ
Yeah,
あ俺はとっく
I'm
に
super serious about this.
てめえらま
I'll
とめて
crush you
ぶっ潰してや
all.
るぜ
Having finished preparing the vegetables, just the potatoes, but sure, we'll roll with it. Next is to boil a pot of water, then add the vegetables in order of which takes longest to cook. I learned this part from my mother when we went camping. But just cooking in order probably won't garner a lot of points. Looking over at Reina, she has a variety of vegetables cooking together in a delicate balance. She wasn't being ambitious or calculating a way to win the game. She was just making delicious food with a mother's touch. I have a feeling that I could somehow compete with Mion in terms of technique, but I would be no match for Reina. She's way out of my league.
うちのお母さんのカレーはねいつ
My
も具
mother
だく
makes
さんだ
curry, you
った
see.
の
She always uses lots of ingredients.
だからレナの
That's
カレ
why
ーも
Reina's
具だく
curry
さんな
uses
の
lots of ingredients as well.
本当は一晩かけて
I
じっ
really
くり
wanted to
煮たい
take
ん
her
だ
all
けど
night
ね
to stew it nice and slow.
頼む
I beg of you.
俺のカレーにも
Would
少
you
しお
please
力
help
を
me
貸し
just
て
a
くれな
little
い
with the
か
curry?
ダメだよ
No!
これ部活だもの
This is one of our club activities.
レナは負けないよ
Reina won't lose.
When she enters club mode, even the normally kind Reina becomes the enemy. Looks like Rika-chan is cooking apples as well. Interesting. Actually, yeah, I'll just leave that sentence there. Interesting. Ugh, she seems like a pro at this. How about Mion?
あミヨンてめえ
Mion, you!
そりゃなんだよ
The heck is that?
ハンバーグなんてどこ
Where did you get meat from?
行事予定表で今日の
I
ことをあらかじ
predicted
め知
about
ってた
what
か
we
ら
would be
ね
doing today by looking at the schedule.
下ごしらえはバ
So
ッ
I
チリ
prepared
ってわけ
accordingly.
私のカレーは
That curry is going to be
Oh, just
marvelous.
On closer inspection, it looks like Mion brought her own vegetables and spices and other ingredients. They were spread all over the place. Mion, just for the day, you brought all this stuff from your house?
異議あり
Objection!
先生
Gee, Sensei, there's no way this is allowed, is it?
異議を却下します
Objection overruled.
美味しいカレーができれば
As long as it makes for a delicious curry, anything goes.
Ugh. For that normally serious teacher to go so far as to apprehend the start to the end of a sentence. Just as the rumor said, she's a through and through curry freak.
レナとリカちゃんは天性の料理上手
Reina and Rika-chan are naturally gifted chefs.
私は入念な事前準
I've
備
come with thorough preparations.
で
And
ケイちゃんは
Kei-chan, what about you?
It's hopeless. In the grand scheme of cooking, peeling the vegetables is only a small part of it. Hurdles I must overcome are too numerous and too high.
前原さんこっち
Abara-san, over here. Turning around, I saw the voices calling me belonged to the two underclassmen from earlier. Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun.
なんだよお前ら
What's up, you guys?
お
Huh?
その鍋はなんだよ
What's up with the
お前
pot?
らの班のか
Is that from your group?
これ気づかれないう
Switch
ち
this
に
with your pot
前
before
原さん
somebody
がう
notices.
ちの女子のカレーなら前原
I
さ
think
ん
the
が
curry
作
from
る
the
よりは
girls.
出来はいいと思いま
I
す
think that the curry the girls from our group made, at the very least, is better than what you could make. You guys? For me?
勘違
Don't
い
get
し
the
ない
wrong
でくだ
idea.
僕たち
If we don't
前
win,
原
then
さん
we...
に勝ってもらわないと
That is...
そう
Oh, that's right. If I don't win, then the talk of eating Satoko and Rika-chan's curry is going right out the window. Seems like you guys are getting riled up about this too.
すまん
Sorry,
世話になる
I'm in your debt.
だがお
I'm
前らの
surprised the
グルー
girls
プ
in
と
your
しては
group agreed to
よく許
this.
したな
前原さん
My Bara-san,
俺たちも本気ってこと
we're
です
also serious about this. Filling in on duty day three times. These guys, to assure my victory, have paid the price. That gaze filled with a burning conviction for my underclassmen. Yeah, I'm not fighting this alone. I'm fighting this with everyone.
任せておけ
Leave it to me!
腹は空かせておけ
Save
よ
some room, boys.
絶対に
I'll
食わせてやるから
definitely
な
let you eat your fill.
お待ち申し上げております
These are good kids, and I fear for their lives, ever so slightly. It's a gas stove, so controlling the heat is easy. All that's left is to let it stew for a bit. The delicious smell of curry began wafting upwards. The pot gifted to me by my two underclassmen certainly drew some double takes. Raina even looked surprised when she came to take a look, so it must be pretty good.
ケイちゃんやるじゃない
Kei-chan, you're pretty good.
これは最後ま
Looks
で
like this will be a
分
good
からない
match right to the bitter end.
ケイチ君のカレー
Rita wants to eat Kei-chan's curry. Curry.
レナのカレーもミオンのカレーも
Raina's curry and Mion's curry too. Everybody is a worthy
俺の
opponent.
最善は尽くしたが
I've done my very best, but I'm not sure of the outcome.
ケイチさんリカが呼んでま
Kichi-san,
すよ
Rika's calling you.
言ってあげてでござい
Go
ま
and
す
see what she wants.
What? Rika-chan's calling me? What could it be? Well, whatever. While I'm at it, I can gather some intelligence on the enemy. Rika-chan was doodling on the ground in front of the pot. Because all that's left is to let it stew. Even then, it's good to know that she doesn't leave the stove unattended.
よリカちゃんの方は
Hey, Rika-chan, how's yours doing?
カレーさんなのです
It's Mr. Curry.
Huh? Rika-chan was doodling something strange and introduced it as Mr. Curry.
カレーさんはすごいのです
Mr. Curry's amazing.
目からビームも出
He
ます
shoots beams from his eyes.
ピー
She's adorable, and I can't help but be fucking scared. Apparently, Mr. Curry shoots beams from his eyes. Throwing a beam with a stick, she etched a line towards my feet. Does this mean I've been shot with a laser? Yes, I think that's what that means.
バリアー
Oh good, I have barrier, thank Christ.
ビーム反射
Beam reflect! I took another stick in my hand and reflected the beam, striking Mr. Curry.
カレーさんのお腹からはミサイルも撃
Mr.
てる
Curry
の
can
です
shoot missiles from his stomach.
ビシュー
Pishoo.
おりゃ
Ah!
ー前原超電磁バリア
My
ー
bar is super electromagnetic barrier!
そして反撃のビー
And
ム
retaliationary beam!
カレーさんはビームエネルギーを吸収
Mr.
して
Curry absorbs
波
the
動
beam
砲を撃て
energy
るの
and
で
fires
す
his impulse wave cannon.
Rika-chan and I scratched to the ground, thoroughly engrossed in our doodle war. Wait a fucking moment.
なあリカちゃん
Hey
俺
Rika-chan,
に何か用があって
you called me here for a reason, right?
はい呼びましたですよ
Yes, I called you.
でももうご用
But I
は
already
終わってい
fulfilled
る
my
のです
purpose.
Yeah, that's what I fucking figured. At that moment, someone fucking died in the violin. Jesus Christ. A chill ran up my spine. Already fulfilled her purpose?
やられた
They got me! Heading back to my pot, standing there just as I feared was Satoko. With no questions asked, I dropped kicked to the back of her head. Jesus Christ!
何をしますの
What do you think you're doing?
レディの頭を
You know better than to do that to a lady's head.
なことはどうでもいい
Who cares about that?
まさかサトコ
Satoko, did you make something in with my cur-
混ぜたんじゃ
失礼な
How impertinent.
そこまで落ちぶれてはお
I
りま
haven't
せんわ
fallen that far.
こう見えても私
Despite what you may think, I'm a fair person, you know.
じゃあこの
Then what's with this incomprehensible line of ladles and plates? Leaving them all in this unstable positions. If they fall over, what will you do? At that moment, a gentle breeze blew by, knocking over a ladle that was stood up on its end. The ladle, like a domino, fell over and knocked over the next cooking utensil in a row. Ah, Christ. This is art. Come to think of it, Domino World Record Challenges were quite the rage on television a while back. Kei-chan! The frying pan! I didn't even have time to react. The chain reaction knocked over a cutting board, and then a frying pan. And the next after that was my pot. The frying pan struck my pot at full force, tipping it over. The contents cruelly spilled out. Now my masterpiece was being sampled by the schoolyard. I stared, dumbfounded. It was such a beautiful and elaborate mousetrap that for a moment I lost touch with reality.
Oh my, this is a catastrophe. I didn't do anything, you hear me?
I actually want to strangle you. That's just how it be. At the very last moment, I'd let my guard down. I ignored the culinary incompetent Satoko for far too long. Even if she couldn't cook, Satoko still had this method of fighting back. Just then, Reina, who had been sampling her own pot, let out a scream.
What? Reina's curry is salty. Salty?
Was Reina also sabotaged? Then what about Mion?
My rice is salty. I've been had.
You're an asshole and I hate you, Satoko.
With all the obstacles in my way, all the obstacles in my way have been taken care of before the fight even begins. All that effort was wasted. So sad. So sad. So very, very sad.
Rika-chan and Satoko rubbed my dumbfounded heads to their heart's content. Pushing the desks together, it was about time for the meals to be judged. The delicious odor of curry spread throughout the courtyard. The members of the forestry service, to whom we owe gratitude for their daily work, were guided to their seats. The principal gave a bit of a ceremonial introduction. Next, the teacher expressed her desire for them to judge the curry contest. The men from the forestry service seemed to like that kind of thing and gave their enthusiastic approval.
Well then, is everybody finished? Well, now have all the judges sample your cooking.
Everybody in the class brought up their painstakingly made curry and arranged them on the desk. The only club members who managed a decent result were Rika-chan's group. Knowing full well that it was a failure, Reina plated her curry for the judges. She already knew she was going to get a low score. But at least she was still able to serve hers. Both Mion and my curry were completely obliterated, so we couldn't even line them up on the table. The judges started from the curry made by the lower grades. They had a lively discussion, praising the food. Finally, it was our curry's turn. Next up is Ryugyu-kun's curry. Yes. This looks quite appetizing. The principal cheerfully shoveled a spoonful of Reina's salty curry into his mouth. Of course, his expression immediately changed.
Oh my, what happened, Ryugyu-san? It seemed so delicious when you were cooking it.
Chie-sensei must have had some expectations, judging from her disappointment.
I'm sorry. I might have added a bag of salt by accident.
The rest of the judges grimaced after they each had a bite. I feel sorry for them.
失敗こそ成功の調味料である。
Failure is but the seasoning of success.
次回に期待する
I'm
ぞ。
looking forward to the next time.
頑張りたまえ。
Do your best. Saying that, the principal devoured the rest of the over-salted curry in one go. Truly a man amongst men. Reina was down and out. Her offensive capabilities was something else, but she was defeated due to her weak defense.
では
Well then,
次は僕た
Please
ちの
save
ご
our
賞味
offering
いただく
next.
のですよ。フルデさんの班のカレーもと
I
っ
see
て
the
も頑張ってい
Karune
ます
sans group put a lot of effort into their curry.
どれどれ
Let's see here.
素朴だけどこれはと
It's
ても美味
simple,
しく
but
でき
very
てます
nicely done.
There was also the incident with Reina's salted curry right before this, so the judge's assessment was extraordinarily high. Maybe not just extraordinarily, but perhaps today's forerunner? The judges began a heated debate. One of the judges let out a sigh as he removed a chunk of carrot with his spoon.
この子のカレーも結構
Yeah, this kid's curry really isn't half bad. But I don't like carrots, you see. Personally, I think that carrots are a staple of curry. But I guess to each their own. However, seeing that Rika-chan read the nameplate on his chest... Rika-chan read the nameplate on the chest of his coveralls and began to speak.
ダメですよ教授
That's no good, Kyoshi.
人参を残してはい
You
け
have
ま
to eat
せ
your
ん
carrots.
Oh, here we go with the fucking cutesy thing again. What is she saying all of a sudden? Everyone turned to Rika-chan with a stunned look. But what Rika-chan just did was super effective. The carrot-hating judge began stuffing his face with curry while tears streamed down his face.
教授
Kyoshi,
おかわりありますで
there's
すよ
seconds if you want them.
Oh god, he's broken down. He's been broken down by the cutesiness. While crying like that, he continued to shovel curry into his mouth. That's right. Rika-chan's curry was by no means simple. No, that curry had the taste of a mother's cooking. With the carrot-hating judge out of the picture, Rika-chan's assessment was unanimous. I hate it when you do that, and yet I still do it, so I think that says more about me.
リカのカレーには食べ
Nobody can stand up to Rika's curry.
Satsuko let off a shrill laugh as she declared victory. But at that moment...
騙されてはなりません
Don't be fooled, my esteemed judges.
貧乏臭さをお袋
Don't be deceived into thinking that your meager slop is the...
私もいいとこ
Don't be deceived into thinking that this meager slop is the taste only a mother can provide.
皆様方が本当に食べたか
What
った
you
の
people actually wanted to eat
こういうカレ
was
ーじゃ
this
ない
kind of curry, wasn't it?
Oh. All of a sudden, in its perfect glory, Mion's curry. Not only the judges, but the teacher, the underclassmen, and of course myself could only gasp in admiration. Hamburg steak with a demi-glazed sauce and fresh salad. It's a set. Wouldn't be stretching it to say that this was a full-course meal. It's perfect. Perfectly made.
Amazing! Amazing!
みーちゃんすごい
Mii-chan, you're amazing!
みーちゃんすごい
I thought, yeah, we get the point, Reina. She's fucking good at this. Satoko was also shocked. Even Rika-chan couldn't hide her surprise. It seemed the victor was decided without even needing a taste. Of course, the hamburger was hand-kneaded. The salad also had a homemade style. The salad also had a home-style dressing, but of professional quality. And the curry, not even a micron of grit.
とっても美味しい
This is sublime.
実に豊かな味わい
Truly a
です
taste
よ
to savor, Sanazaki-san.
このカレーこそ
This curry is no doubt a living testament of 6,000 years of...
美しい優雅の生きた証
This curry is no doubt a living testimony to 6,000 years of Indian knowledge in beautiful harmony with Japanese cuisine.
先生、感
I'm
激
elated!
これは満点の
This
仕上がり
deserves
です。
full marks!
100点をあげちゃいま
I'm
す。
giving it 100 points.
いえいえ、どうい
Ah,
たし
you're
まして
welcome.
クラス委員長として
I'm just trying to set an example as class representative.
Mion bowed politely, and then winked at us with a smirk on her face.
僕の負けなのです。
I admit defeat.
そんなはずありま
There's
せん。
no way this is happening!
確かに。
I'm certain I sabotaged that pot of rice.
That's right. Sadako had dumped salt into Mion's rice cooker, which should have ruined it. At that moment, it hit me. I spun back toward my own canister. That's why! At some point, my cooking canister had been opened, its contents completely emptied.
ミオンめ
Damn you, Mion!
俺のご飯を
You used my rice!
ずるいぞ
That's no fair!
お前のカレーも
And over half of your curry! Mion clucked her tongue and waved her finger at me with a smirk, as a smirk washed over her face.
おっとケイちゃん、
What was that, Kei-chan? You're not taking this seriously enough.
この最後の土壇場を
You gave up at
ケ
the
イちゃん
last
は諦め
moment.
た。私は諦めない。
I didn't.
そういう差でしょ。
That's the difference between us.
勝負は捨てたらお
As
し
soon
まい。
as you give up, it's all over.
Ugh. I couldn't even properly voice my shame.
みーちゃん、ケイチくん
Kei-chan,
かわ
I
い
feel
そう
sorry
だ
for
もん。
Keiichi-kun.
ちょっとくらいなら分け
Just
てあ
at
げ
least
て
give him
も。
a little.
いいのいいの。
It's fine, it's fine.
これは授業料だ。
This is a lesson.
ケイちゃんは今
Kei-chan just learned that you shouldn't give up on the contest until it's all over. Right?
It loathes me to say it, but Mion is right. To give up so quickly on the match was my own folly. For Mion to have brought that to my attention, I should actually be thankful to her. Well then, did that mean that even in this situation I shouldn't give up?
カレーは鍋ごとひっくり返しご飯すらも残ってな
My
い
curry was overturned while it was still in the pot, and I don't even have any rice
こ
left.
の状況でどうしよ
How
う
in blazes am I not supposed to lose hope in this situation?
バラさん。
My Bara-san. Tomita-kun and Nomura-kun suddenly appeared. Damn it! Even though my proteges have tried so hard, I wasn't able to meet their expectations.
事故ですよ。
It was an accident.
仕方ないです。
There was nothing you could do. Both of them were dejected. I couldn't accept defeat so easily. I was their senior. What would I be if I didn't pick up the broken pieces of the dream I'd shown them? I just learned from Mion just now, didn't I? Don't throw away the contest. Not until the last
考
moment.
えろ前原圭一
Think, Keiichi Maibara.
考えるんだ
Think!
前原圭カレーを作る方法じゃない
Not about how to make more curry, but about how to win the match.
くわ
Ah! I had an idea. I didn't think I could turn the tables, but it was better than nothing.
ー富田君手を洗ってこい
Tomita-kun, come and wash your hands. Help me out.
岡村君には探してきてほしいものがあるんだ
There's something I want you to find.
うっす。
了解です
Damn, these kids. These kids are too good for me, I'll say it right now. Both of them disappeared after receiving their instructions.
ほう。
Oh?
最後にケイちゃんが
How's
どう
Kei-chan going to flounder about at the end?
見せてもらおうじゃない。
Why don't you show me?
往生際の悪い。
Nobody likes to stop and fool, you know.
うるせえ
Shut up!
最後の勝負を
Just sit there and watch the last card I have to play.
まずミオンお前の
First
番
off,
号を
Mion, I'll be taking some of your rice.
嫌とは言わせん
And I won't let you say no.
別にいいけど。
I don't really care, it's salty after all.
レナも手伝っていいよね。
It's okay, Freda helps too, right?
ケイチくん、非常事
Kei-chan
態
is
だ
in
し。
trouble right now.
そう言ってもらえるなら心
Hearing
強
you
い
say that is very reassuring.
じゃあレナ
Well then,
茶を
Reina,
入れてくれ
go make some tea.
はあ、信頼され
Trust me.
それからサトコ
Next, Satoko!
そしてリカちゃん
Also Enrica-chan!
一騎打ちを申し入れる
I challenge you to a side bet. What did you say?
お話を伺いますです
I'll
よ
listen to your request.
This was my duty to my two proteges, who shed blood, sweat, and tears for my sake.
俺が100点をもらえたら
Satoko,
サトコ
Rika-chan,
リカちゃん
if I receive a perfect score,
お前らのカレーを
I'll be taking your curry.
飯抜きだ
Nothing for you to eat.
冗談もほどほどでございま
You need to know when to stop joking around.
すそんなの
I'll be giving a big no to
ます
this.
わよ
いやいいでしょサト
Nah, it's alright, Sadako.
受けなよ
Take him up on it.
Firmly patting the top of Satoko's head, Mion said those words with all the gravitas of a club president.
これだけの致命傷を与えたんでしょ
You handicapped him this much, didn't you?
再起なんかあ
There's
る
no
わけが
way he can make up for that.
だからサトコもどう
So meet him head on.
どうあがこうと
No matter how
逆転などあ
hard
る
he
わけがない
struggles, he's not going to make a comeback.
そうでしょ
Right?
そうでございます
That may be true, but
僕はいいですよ
I don't mind.
ケイチ
Keiichi,
Fight
go
on.
for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
The judges, seemingly growing tired of sampling the various curries, were debating each entry. From what little I overheard, it seems that Mion's impending victory was not in question.
そういえば前原くんの
By
カレ
the
ーは
way,
どうなりま
what
した
happened to
か
my Barakun's curry?
先生まだ食
I
べて
still
ま
haven't
せんよ
tried it yet.
はい俺
Yeah.
のカレーはその
The pot with my curry in it
鍋
fell
が
over.
ひっくり返ってしまい
ん
Hmm?
そうであるか
Is that so?
それは実に残念
That's a real shame.
カレーは失いましたが勝負を失ったわけじゃありませ
I
ん
may have lost my curry, but that doesn't mean I've lost this contest.
皆さんをうまいと言わせて
I'll
み
be
ます
I'll have everybody singing my praises. My combative posture had drawn the attention of all the
まず
judges.
は黙って食ってください
First of all, just be quiet and eat these, please.
文句はそれから伺います
I'll listen to your complaints after that.
これが
This is my cooking!
前原くん
My Barakun. That's
ん
Hmm?
おにぎりであるか
Onigiri, huh? The judges smiled wryly at this simple fare that was quite in contrast to their preceding bravado. Raina poured tea into the cup she had brought over from the break room.
バカにしてますわ
she's making a mockery of this.
それに
There.
But look!
中身も何も
Not even any filling.
塩握りではあり
Nothing
ま
more
せ
than
んの
salted onigiri.
こんなの勝負
This
に
isn't even worthy of being called a contest anymore.
確かに塩加減は悪くない
It's
か
true
もし
the
れ
amount
ない
of
け
salt
ど
might be a little too much, but
Raina's expression told me that she thought this was a great idea, but it might still not be enough to win the match.
前原さん
Nabara-san, is this really enough to make a comeback?
後輩諸君
Gentlemen,
よく尽くしてくれた
you did well.
大丈夫
It's alright.
黙って見てるんだ
Just watch. The judges were chewing with their mouths full and sipping at the tea. Nobody was singing praises or awestruck. They were just quietly chowing down.
ケイちゃんも卑怯な手を使うようになったね
seems that Kei-chan has learned how to use some rather unhanded tricks.
こりゃ辛いな
This might be difficult.
そうか
Yeah, that's right.
レナにも分かっ
Rena
たよ
understands now too.
どういうことです
What do you mean?
なんでみんな
Why is
黙
everyone
って
just quietly eating that
こんなにも食べて
mush?
ますのそれはねさとこちゃん
You see, Sadako-chan,
審査員さんたちね
that's because the judges are actually...
Tired of eating curry. Because they were judges, had to sample every... Because they were judges, they had to sample each and every offering. And because they were from small children, because they were made to show their appreciation, they just couldn't eat each little bit. They couldn't eat just a little bit of each.
男はな時には味
Sometimes a man values the amounts more than the taste.
もあるんだその時味は
Those
心狂わせ
times,
るものよりも
rather than rich, mind-blowing favor, they crave simplicity. They couldn't say it out loud, but this was the tastiest thing they'd had today. I confirmed that by looking at their eyes as the judges smiled wryly.
健闘は称えるが、今日はカレー
I'll
賞
praise your efforts, but today's contest was about curry.
これに点数を与えて
I'm not sure we can give a score to this. The teacher and the principal had folded their arms while they pondered the situation. My underlings, seeing that, saw the small glimmer of hope fade away and grew dejected. Was this little surprise just not enough?
諦めるな、ケイちゃん。
Don't give up, Kei-chan.
Mion whispered quietly. That's right. I didn't push here.
いえ先生
No.
採点はしていただきます
I'll have you give it a score.
カレーとおにぎりを異なって
If you think that curry and onigiri really are that different, you're sorely mistaken.
Huh?
前原くん。
Maibara-kun, what are you saying?
カレーとおにぎり
How
は
are they the same?
なぜ？
The principal stopped the teacher. It looked like he was going to give me one final chance. The judges, having eaten their fill, quietly waited for my statement.
本場インドのカレーは何というパンで食べるそうですね
In its homeland of India, curry is usually eaten with a type of bread called naan, is it not?
ですからこのカレーライスという料理は
Therefore, you could say that this cuisine we call curry rice is something that we have adopted and modified.
冒頭に先生がおっしゃられた
Just as the teacher said at the
イ
beginning,
ンドと日
it's
本
a
の
fusion
文
of
化の
Indian
融
and
合
Japanese
結晶
cuisine.
なのです
前原くんの言うことはわかります。
I know what you're trying to say,
で
Maibara-kun.
も、それと
But
お
what
に
does that
ぎ
have
り
to
に
do with onigiri?
とても簡単なことなんですよ
It's actually very simple.
カレーもおにぎりも
Both curry and onigiri are things made to let you enjoy eating rice. Rice was introduced to Japan from ancient China. Our agricultural forebears watered the fields, fighting the elements, disease, and pests to grow and raise our rice-centric culture. Yes, the Japanese people have formulated a plethora of dishes, but those were nothing more than attempts to find ways to enjoy eating rice. In other
カ
words,
レーもおにぎりも
curry and
同じ定食文
onigiri.
化の
Both are the results
結
of
晶なのです
rice culture. It was scattered at first, but slowly grew into a steady roar. It was thunderous applause that praised me.
よまいごともほ
Enough of this nonsense already!
認めませ
I
ん
won't accept this!
先生はカレーの
The teacher's already in judging curry, you know!
こんなのは採点外
This is out of the question!
0点がふさわしい
It obviously deserves 0 points!
先生ケイチ
Miss,
君は頑張
Keiji-kun
ったん
did
です
his best.
認めてあげてくださ
Could you
い
please acknowledge that?
カレーの授業のはずだったのに。
Today's class was supposed to be about curry.
どうしましょう。
What should we do?
Mion, stifling her laughter, stepped forward.
かつてフランスからある高名な
There's a story about how an Michelin 3-star chef from France came to Japan. The people from the hotel he was staying at had a whole bunch of ingredients imported from France.
でもそのシェフは
But the chef didn't even give them a second glance.
どうしてなのですか
I wonder why that was.
本場の材料さんなのです
They were
よ
ingredients from his homeland.
シェフは地元の漁港へ行き
The chef went to the local fish market and made a dish from fresh fish caught in Japan.
食文化は決められたルールに
Culture
縛ら
food
れるも
isn't
のじゃ
bound by predetermined rules.
文化なんです
It's culture.
日本に
If
来
you
れ
come
ば
to
日本
Japan,
の
you
文化
meld
と出会
Japanese
う
cuisine with
ま
make
た
something
新しい
new.
ものを形作るだからカレー
That's
も
how curry and
おに
onigiri are the
同じ
same.
日本の文化なんです
I like she's on my side, even though I'm going to lose to her. Mion. She was providing firing support. I had to be grateful. The judges were somehow moved by this complicated yet baseless trivia. A stern look washed over the teacher's face as she refolded her arms.
前原くんはカレーのお鍋をひっくり返して
Maibara-kun,
し
your
まっ
pot
た
of
そう
curry
で
was
すね
flipped over, wasn't it?
危ないから気をつけなさいと
Even though I said at the
初めにあれだ
beginning
け
to be
言ったの
careful.
に
すみません
I'm sorry.
ですが前原くんや園崎さんが言うよ
But
う
as
に
Maibara-kun and Sonozaki-san said, there are no boundaries in cuisine.
人を心底簡単させるも
If
の
it's
なら
something that can amaze
その形
people,
式
then
は
it's
何
not
ら
something
か
that
さ
should
れ
be
るものではない
discriminated against just because of the form.
じゃあ
Then
お鍋をひっくり返したので
For spilling your pot, minus 20
20
points.
でも今日だ
But
けです
just for
よ
today,
くじけないで頑張った
for
の
not
で
giving up and doing
特
your
別
best,
に20点プラ
plus
ス
20 points.
100点をあげておきましょう
I'll give you 100 points.
You're both welcome. My underclassmen leapt at me. A perfect score. We did it. We did it! The curry was split and our rice was taken. Spilt even. It's almost correct. But we made a comeback. In the end, Rika-chan's curry also received full marks, so everybody but Reina had a perfect score. Since the contest was outside the scope of regular club activities, there wasn't any particular penalty game. Reina breathed a sigh of relief.
さて、約束だぞ。
Now then, as promised, Satoko, Rika-chan,
君たちのカレーは没収
I'll
す
be
る。
taking your curry.
それじゃ私
That means we won't have any
なっ
lunch!
ちゃいますわ
Satoko stomped angrily at the ground in frustration, but the price of defeat was absolute.
と言いたいところだが、情けだ。
Is what I wanted to say, but I'll show you some mercy.
半分は食ってよし。
You can eat half.
ケイチありがと
Thank
う
you,
なのです
Keiichi.
My two proteges peered over from the sidelines, tears of joy streaming from their faces. We exchanged glances that will only be understood amongst men. We did it, my Bara-san. It's all thanks to you. We flashed each other a thumbs up.
さて、このカレーは後
Now,
輩たちに渡して
I just have to give these to my pupils.
俺も腹が減ったよ
I've
な。
gotten pretty hungry myself.
自分のおにぎりでも食うか。
I guess I'll have one of my onigiri.
で、あれ
Wait, huh? There was no trace of my onigiri. The ones I'd set of myself included. As I peered around searching for them, the principal clapped a hand on my shoulder. Yeah!
さっきの前原君の話
When I was listening to that speech you gave, the rice I
ひときわ美味での
chewing grew even more delicious.
あの、ひ
Um,
ょっとして、
could it be that you also ate my
俺の
share?
分も
Yeah! Yes. Go fuck yourself. Seriously? My eyes half brimming with tears and my stomach rumbling. I was called over by the teacher.
前原くんさっきはああいう
My
場だったの
Barakun,
で
because of the
満点
circumstances,
と
I
いう
had
こと
to
に
give
し
you a
ました
perfect
が
score.
分かってい
But you understand, right?
え
Huh?
分かってって、
Understand what?
何がっすか
There was an odd glint in the teacher's eye. She's gonna murder me later, isn't she? If I had to describe it, it was curry-coloured. Like a pot of stewing curry, her eyes whirled around in a spiral. A chill washed over me. The teacher clutched me by the shoulders and drew me in closer till our noses were almost touching.
カレーはこの世で一番尊くて神聖な素晴らしい料理です
I need an adult. I need an adult right now.
Curry is this world's most respected and sacred
それ
dishes.
とおにぎりを同一扱いする
I'll
なんて
absolutely not
断
allow
固
it to be
許せま
put
せ
in
ん
the same category as onigiri.
いいですか
You hear me?
カレーは四大河川文
Curry
明
was created in
第五
ancient
の文
India,
明と
one
して
of the
古代
folk.
インドに生まれアショカ王の時代にカピラ城で釈迦の生誕にバンコク食文化博覧会が絶賛してミシュランぐるぐるエッフェル塔すらもカレー漬けをぐつぐつ煮込んでターメリックを寝ても覚めてもカレーカレーカレーカレー
I was not prepared because of the slow scrolling, but I'll give this an attempt once I've had a water and a snack. Hold on. Look, it's late at night. Don't f***ing judge me. It doesn't help that this is a run-on sentence because every word is now capitalized and it's triggering beyond belief.
Curry was created in ancient India, one of the four great river valley civilizations, and was raved about during the reign of King Ashoka in
No, the words are too hard.
Capital Ephesus for the birth of the Shakya, and was invented was the International Food Expo. Michelin twirly twirly. Even the Eiffel Tower was
Pickled in what?
Even the Eiffel Tower was pickled in simmering curry turmeric, whether you were asleep or awake.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What the fuck? She's just gone on a cult thing. Forgive me, I need to go into a curry-based coma.
ケイチさん
Hey, Keiichi-san!
何をフラフラしてま
What are you
す
stumbling around for?
後片付けもお料理も
Cleaning up is part of
一緒ですよ
cooking too.
ケイチくん目がカレーだよ
Keiichi-kun, your eyes are all curried.
どうしたのかな
Why is that? Why?
Curry, curry, curry.
あっちゃ
Yikes. She got him, huh?
大丈夫
It's okay, he'll be back to normal by tomorrow.
多分
Probably.
Wasn't that long before hunger brought me back to my senses. And I needed to sneeze real bad there, but I held it in. In the end, all the onigiri was eaten by the principal, so I had to make do without lunch. Skipping lunch. I never knew the afternoon could be so long and painful. A feeling other than drowsiness made me space out.
大丈夫かなケイチくんだからレナのカレー食べなよって言ったのに
Oh god, that's what I did? I've made some very bad decisions today. As if I could eat this curry with enough salt in it to make my blood pressure rise just by looking at it. Is what I said as I initially refused. I could only regret it. The hunger, the stomachache.
まあまあ
Well, well.
よくしのいだよ
You did a good job making it through.
あの絶対的な状況
Your
だから
absolutely hopeless situation, that is.
つくづくケイちゃんは
Kei-chan, you're pretty strong when you're cornered, aren't you?
今はどんな褒
I
め
don't
言
need
葉も
any
いらん
compliments right now.
飯をくれ
I need food.
うちに帰れば何かあるんでしょ
There's something for you to eat at home, right?
うちって
We don't keep snacks lying around at home.
カップ麺も
I'm out of cup
今は
noodles
そこは
right
ついて
now.
るし
Don't laugh at me, Mion. I'm suffering over here.
我慢して待ってれば今日のお夕食は
Since you're enjoying all that hunger so much right now, I'm sure tonight's dinner will be real tasty.
I had absolutely no intention of laughing along.
じゃあ私はこの辺で
Well then, I'll take my leave.
また今日もバイ
I
ト
have
で
my part-time job again today.
慣れない職種はしんどい
It's real rough when you're not used to work.
Ah, that job at the Angel Malt family restaurant, huh? That uniform was somewhat stipulating. No, it's not stipulating, it's stimulating. Ah,
やっぱウェイトレスさんってハードワ
being
ー
a
クなんだ
waitress
な
really is hard work.
みーちゃんってウェイトレス
Chan is working as a waitress.
本当に本
Really?
This is when she's like, no, I'm not, and I get very confused, isn't it?
当にどこのお店かな
What kind of place is it?
違う
No.
私はそう先日
Right, I'm working at the toy store from the other day.
ウェイトレスさんは
Shion is the
シオンで
waitress.
Ah, my bad. I completely forgot that that was how it ended up being.
ごめん
I'm sorry.
あまりにもよく似
You
てる
guys
から間
look
違
so
えた
similar, I mixed you up.
ケイチくん
Keiichi-kun.
シオンって誰か
Who's Shion?
Rainer asked the obvious question.
あミオ
Ah,
ンの双子の妹なんだ
Mion's younger twin sister.
性格は違うけど
She's got a different personality, but she's a dead ringer for Mion.
そうそう
That's right.
外見は
We
似
look
てるけ
similar,
ど
but our
中身は大
personalities
違
are
いなんだ
completely
よ
different.
私は優しくて
I'm very
静かだけ
kind
ど
and thoughtful, but
シオン
Shion
は
has a
冷めて
cold and scary
可愛い性格なんだよ
personality.
ね
Something about this doesn't add up. Other than the fact that, you know, we're still skeptical on the fact that Shion actually exists. Well, we're meant to be. I'm pretty sure she does exist. I still don't know which is the good Mion and which is the bad Mion right now.
多分生まれた時にミオンの女の
I
子
think
らし
that
い
when you
部分
guys
が
were born, Shion
全部
got all the
シオンに
feminine
行っちゃったんだと思う
aspects.
ミオンと違って
Unlike Mion, she's a
実
cute
に
and
はりか
cheerful
んだ笑顔
girl.
の似合う可愛い女の子なんだ
Kei-chan!
Raina interjected as her eyes darted back and forth from our exchange.
うーん ことない
Reina's
の
never met her.
みーちゃん、妹
Mii-chan,
がいる
did
な
you
ん
ever
て
tell
話
me
し
you had a
て
younger
くれたこと
sister?
あったっけ？
Mion, are you keeping secrets from the rest of us? Shouldn't ask that. Last time I did, I died. Shion's existence was already been exposed as a cover-up. I couldn't help Mion out here. I could only have her enter the charade.
Oh, yeah.
レナには
I
紹
still
介
haven't
したことな
introduced
か
you
った
to
かな
Reina.
私の双子の妹でシオンって言うんだ
My
よ。
younger sister's name is Shion.
知らないよ。
I
聞いてないよ。
don't know. I've never heard of her.
みーちゃん家に行っても会ったこ
Never
と
met her
な
when
い
I
よ。
went to Mii-chan's house.
Yeah,
That's
その
that.
そのほら、知って
You
る
know
で
I'm the only one that
しょ？
lives with
やっと住んで
Granny.
るのは私だけだから。シオンは
But
沖
Shion
縄の
lives
実家
with
に
the
住んでる
family
の。
house in Okinomiya.
あん
But
まり
we're
仲が良
not
くない
that
から。
close.
こ
So,
っちには来ないん
yeah,
だけど
she
ね。
doesn't come here too often.
ふーん。
Reina's face indicated she wasn't sure if she was convinced. She was usually a bit of an airhead, but she was unusually sharp when it came to these kinds of things.
まあ、嘘
Well,
じゃないんだ。信じ
it's
てやっ
not
て
a
くれ
lie. Please believe me. As she said, "Yeah, I believe you," a smile suddenly blossomed on Reina's face.
レナもいつか
Reina
会
wants
って
to
み
meet
たいな。
her.
今度、
I'll
レナ
go
も
see her
顔を見に
sometime.
行ってみるね。どこのお店で
What store
働
is
い
she
てる
working
の
at?
か
Well,
な？
what store?
That's a bad idea, Reina. Actually, no, I take it back. That's a great idea. Do you want to come with?
Um, uh, that is...
Ah, she's getting more tangled in her little web. I could tell that Mion was getting increasingly frantic. I wanted to help her out, but it was hard for an outsider to butt in on family issues.
ごめん。
sorry!
バイトも
I have to get to work!
じゃあね。
Later!
レナにケイちゃん。
Reina, Kei-chan!
また明日。
See you tomorrow!
I looked at the first word and was like, that's a big word, and then I realized, no, I know that word. Unilaterally ending the conversation, Mion headed home. No matter how you looked at it, she was running away. Well, we'll just label this one as an emergency escape.
みーちゃん、なんだか可愛かっ
Mii-chan was kinda cute.
た。なんでかな？
I wonder why.
Reina giggled in amusement. Ah, it's good to see I'm not the only one that enjoys tormenting her. I thudded through the door, apparently. I wonder when dinner is. Would lying down be the best way to conserve energy? I sprawled into the entryway without even taking off my shoes. As I was losing the last vestiges of my consciousness, the doorbell rang. It seemed I had a guest.
はいどうぞ
Come on in.
開いてますよ
It's open. I directed my listless voice at the door.
どうもこんにちは。って、ケイちゃん、何やってんですか？
How do you know where I live, Shion? That's mildly concerning, but I'll brush that aside.
Good afternoon. Huh? Kei-chan, what are you doing?
I'm straddling the line somewhere between Mion and Reina. With this voice, it would appear. Because that fits the personality the best. It seemed my guess was Mion, or rather, Shion. She seemed shocked when she saw me sprawled out in the entryway.
シオンか
Is that Shion?
またどうした
Wait, why? I thought that Shion's existence was an illusion that was limited to when Mion was at the restaurant. That's why I never even considered that Shion would appear here.
お姉に聞きましたよ。
I heard from my sister.
今日のお昼、
Because of club
部活で
activities
大
today,
変
you
なこ
weren't
とが
able
あ
to
っ
eat
て、
lunch,
ご
right?
飯食べられなかったんですよね。
ああ大変だったぞ
Yeah, it was a lot of trouble.
さとこに鍋を倒さ
Satoko
れ
spilled my pot, and you stole my rice. You know, your sister, not you, but we're still rolling on this lie.
だから
But
私
I'm Shion.
シオン
She grew red and began to mope. That's right. She was the younger twin right now.
すまんすまん。
Sorry.
それでなんだよ。
What's up?
空腹の俺
Did you
のため
bring
に
something for me to
差
eat?
し入れでも持ってきてくれたのか。
Please? Please?
ありゃ図星を疲れちゃってなんだかがっかり
It's
で
somehow
すけど
disappointing that you hit the nail right on the head, but here.
Oh my god. Hold on. How do I hide my display? There we go. Look at her. Look at how fucking precious she looks. It's hard to believe that she's probably also a fucking maniac killer as well, isn't it? Considering, you know, she's on the side of the family that, I guess, fathered the cult? I don't know. With a disappointed smile, Shion held out the small bento box she'd hidden behind her back. Huh?
本当に
You
差し入
really
れなのか
brought something to eat?
サンキュー。
Thanks.
お姉が学校に持って
There
行
was
った
still
ハ
some
ンバー
ground
グの
beef
残
left
りがあ
over
った
from
ん
what
で
my sister brought
ちょ
to
っと持
school.
ってきましたお夕飯前だ
I
と
know
思
it
い
was
ま
going to
す
be
け
right
ど
before dinner,
いかがかな
but
と
I
思い
wondered
まし
if
た
you wanted.
迷惑でしたか
Am I bothering you?
迷惑
Not
なんて
even a bit.
そうもない。すげえ
I'm
嬉しい。
really happy.
本当に食って
Can
い
I
いのか
really eat this? Sneaking a look inside the box. To say that she just put some of the leftovers inside would have been a lie. There was an elegant meal stuffed inside.
本当にいいのか。
Is this really okay?
これ。タバスコ
Not like a ton of hot sauce mixed in or anything, right?
冗談じゃないのかよ。
も
Jeez.
うお姉じゃないんで
I'm
す
not
か
my sister.
ら私
I
そん
wouldn't
な
do
こと
that
し
kind
ま
of
せんよ
thing.
別に
If
嫌
you
な
don't
ら
like
無
it,
理
you
し
don't
な
have
く
to
ても
force yourself.
帰って自分
I'll
で食べ
just
ちゃ
go
い
home
ま
and
す
eat
か
it
ら
myself.
Stop. Stop right there. I know what that act is, and I'm not falling for it. Saying that, she pouted cutely and made a motion as if to snatch the box back. Fucking tsunderes. There were some times that made me doubt that she was the same person as Mion, and this was undoubtedly one of those moments. I don't mind at all. I would have chowed on it with thanks from the bottom of my heart.
そんな鼻
It's
水
not,
垂らされ
it's
て
not
感謝
something to
さ
be
れ
so
るほど
thankful
のこと
about
じゃ
that your nose has to run.
Shion, who had thought that I might not take the bento, looked down happily.
何もないけど上がっていくか。
There's not much, but do you want to come in?
お茶くらいなら
I
出せ
could
るか
probably
も。
make some tea or something.
Ah,
ごめんなさい
sorry,
また
maybe
の
some
機会
other
にし
time.
ます私
I'm on
バ
my
イト
way to
に行く途
work.
中ですから
Oh, that's right. She did say that before.
お弁当箱は適当に水洗いして
Just rinse the box up with water and give it back to my
お姉にでも返しと
sister
いてくださ
tomorrow,
いね。
please.
当然だ
Of
ぜ。
course.
こんなうまそうなのを食わせてもらった
It
ら。
would only be the proper thing to do
それ
after
ぐらい
being
いいだろ
allowed to eat something that looks this delicious.
じゃあ私はこれで
Well then, I'll take my leave.
あと最後に
One last thing.
Shion grew red again as she looked down once more.
お姉がカレーの時黙ってケイちゃ
During
んのご
that
飯
contest
取
with
っち
the
ゃいました
curry,
よね
my sister took your rice without permission, right?
悪ふざけが過ぎるとお姉
My
Please,
sister
yeah,
fools
listen
around
to
too
this.
much, so sometimes she gets carried away.
決して悪気があったわけじゃ
She wasn't doing it just to be mean.
おいおい。
Hey, hey.
別に俺
It's
は。
not like I mind
そ
that.
もそも思っちゃいない
Not like I mind that too much.
部活の上でのこ
There
と
are
は
no grudges when it
何
comes
も
to
な
club
しだからな。
activities, after all.
毎回スリリングに楽しませて
In
もらっ
fact,
て
I
る
should be the one that's thankful for all the thrills and entertainment.
の。そうミオンに伝えて
Could
く
you
れ
tell
た
that to Mion for me?
はい
Yeah,
それ
I
お姉
think
きっと喜ぶと思
I
いま
think my sister will be very happy to hear that.
すではこの
Well
辺
then, I have to go.
Shion smiled brightly. After bowing deeply, she left as she looked at her watch.
嬉しいけどこれ
I'm
本
happy,
当
but
に大丈夫なんだろうな。
is this really okay? I looked at the bento box that she left behind. A faint warmth spread through the palm of my hand. If it were Mion, I could see hot sauce, mustard, maybe even a needle being mixed inside. But really, I don't think she would go as far as to put a needle. Yeah, about that. You can tell this is a flashback, can't you? About that. She did the needle thing. We all know that. We're all on the same page, right? We all read chapter 1. I opened the box once again and hesitantly tasted a bit. I took a bite. And another. It was no funny business. There was no danger at all, for it was delicious. That's right. That was Shion, not Mion. So there shouldn't have been anything to worry about. I rushed back to my room, eating as I gave my thanks. It was so delicious that my stomach could cry.
シオン。あ、いや、
シオン。
ミオン。俺が空腹で死にそうって言ってたのを聞いて。
When she heard I was so hungry I could die, she brought this over to me. It was delicious to the last bite. By the way, nothing strange had been mixed in. I was a bit embarrassed of myself for being so skeptical. You know what? Maybe Shion is better than I give her credit for. But the fact that I'm getting contradicting statements from Mion and what I'm seeing make me somewhat concerned. And we got us a tip, so that means it's the end of the episode. And I got an achievement for food for thought. Well, I wasn't sure if this was going to run into 2 episodes or whether it would be 1, so... hopefully the cut as to where I had to come back and record the second half wasn't obvious. He says, hoping and praying somewhat mildly. That's for me to worry about and for you to possibly bother me about in the comments. If it was, that doesn't matter though. Anyway, thank you all for watching this episode of Higurashi. If you liked the video in any capacity... Capacity? What the hell is a capacity? Yeah, I've been drinking for the second cutback. Is it obvious? Please don't tell me it's obvious. It just makes me feel bad. But yeah, if you want to keep... But yeah, anyway. If you like the video in any capacity, please feel free to give the video a like down below. Leave a comment on whatever you feel like at this point. And if you want to keep up to date with whenever I post videos, be they of this, Omori, or just random stream VODs that I've been posting. I posted the Isaac one recently. I've got the second half. Got some Monster Hunter to post and some Nier Replicant, of which I do actually want to get back to on the stream. So, who knows, maybe that'll turn into a stream series that will eventually come to YouTube. Automata went over well when I played that, so I figured the people might want to see me play Replicant. Oh, by the by, yeah, if you want to keep up to date with whenever I post anything, feel free to subscribe to the channel. In theory, YouTube sends you alerts as to when I post videos if you do, but since YouTube works as it feels like these days, really, the best thing to do is press the sub button and the bell icon, because then it actually sends you notifications as opposed to, you know, maybe you'll see it. Roll some dice, see what happens. Anyway, that's all from me. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I've been Nyx, and I'll see you on the next one. Laters!